there. Yes, I am here with you once again because I want to share a few nuggets with you, especially if you love your career. If you love what you're doing, you know that you're walking in what you were born to do, what God purposed you to do. I want you to listen because I want to share with you how I loved my career. I love what I was doing, but my career was slowly killing me. It was slowly taking me out. Thanks for tuning in for another segment here for leaders. My name is Dr. Monique Flemings, and I am your leadership specialist and strategist. And I specialize in working with leaders when it comes to leading through alignment from a place of rest, from a place of rest. So I'm going to share with you today a little bit about my own personal story and how I became so passionate about the work that I do. I want you to understand that for me, this is not just something that I think is nice. This is my life's work for so many reasons. But I'm going to take you back a few decades, if you don't mind, when I first came out of physical therapy school as a physical therapist. And this is going back a couple of decades. Let's just say that. I'm going to go back a couple of decades. And I was working as a physical therapist, and I absolutely loved what I was doing. I was working in a level one trauma center here. I was treating patients that were neurologically impaired, burn patients, spinal cord injury patients. I was doing all the things that I had gone to school for. You could not tell me that this was my career. This is what I love. This is what I studied for, passed the exam, and I am a physical therapist practicing in my field, treating patients, changing lives. I am doing the thing. I am doing it. And I am working and I am loving what I'm doing. I am loving seeing my patients get results from the treatments that they are receiving. I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm partnering with my other colleagues, and I am having what I would say is a powerful career, a powerful career. And I kept doing this. I kept, moving in my career, moving along from being a new grad physical therapist and then moving into, management positions and all of the things. And I am on this career trajectory where I am loving what I'm doing. And because I love what I am doing, I am committed to my patients. And because I am a team player, I am going to make sure that I work the hours that are needed and necessary. So if there are extra hours or additional hours that need to be taken care of, sign me up. If you need someone to work on a Saturday, sign me up. If you need someone to work late, after a later shift, sign me up. So I'm working long hours. I am coming in on Saturdays and weekends if needed and necessary. I am doing whatever it takes to make sure that my patients are healthy. I am making sure that they get the care that they deserve. I am giving 110%. If you are a healthcare provider, you probably know this is resonating with you out there. And if you are a healthcare provider, say something and let me know if this is resonating. So I am crushing it in my career. I'm loving all the things. And everybody around me, we're all crushing it. We're all working hard because one thing I have grown to know and learn is that if you are a strong type A personality, probably everybody around you is a strong type A personality as well. So everybody in my circle, all the other therapists, we're all crushing it. We're working hard. We're working overtime. We're doing all the things that we went to school to do, and I love it. But nobody never told me that me loving my career was actually slowly killing me. It was actually slowly setting up a pattern of behavior that was not good for my body, mentally, physically, and even spiritually. And I remember early on in my career just having a day where I woke up and I just didn't feel good. I wasn't physically ill. I wasn't, sick or anything, but I felt mentally drained. And I was so grateful that I had a supervisor at the time, a manager who really understood. I called in, I said, I'm not coming in today. And she's like, Are you okay? Are you sick? I said, I'm not physically sick, but I just need a mental health day. Now, this is going back 3 decades. I'll just say 3 decades. It's actually more. And that wasn't really big back then. I said, I just need a mental health day. And she was like, Okay, no problem. Take the time that you need, and we'll see you tomorrow. So I just took that day off and I was exhausted. I can remember because I was so exhausted, I really didn't do anything. I just slept. I just slept. My body was exhausted. I just slept. And then I got up the next day and I went to work. And so I knew from time to time that I would need a mental health day, because of the types of patients that I was seeing on my caseload. But I didn't know anything about mindfulness. This is what I teach now. I didn't know about being mindful of my triggers or things that were being brought up in me or stirred up in me because I was treating patients who were maybe similar to me in age, and they were dealing with these chronic diseases or terminal diseases. And how was that really triggering me? And just the fact that it was physically and emotionally exhausting work, but I loved it. And so I never thought that I could get burnt out from something that I loved. I thought burnout came from doing things that you didn't like. I thought burnout came from, doing stuff that, wasn't cool. You could have never told me that I was setting myself up for burnout because I loved my career. I loved my patients. I loved my career. I loved getting paid. I loved my career trajectory. I was doing what I had dreamed of doing. Now, not only was I doing that, I'm moving through my career as a physical therapist, and I am moving through my walk and my calling of ministry. So now I'm back in school and I am seeing patients. I'm in school and I have added more to my plate, but I'm loving it. I love treating my patients. I love studying the word of God. I love going to ministry school. I love working with my local church at the time, serving. I loved it so much that I was working 7 days a week between working as a physical therapist, studying for school, working at the ministry on the weekend. I didn't have any time for myself. But if you would have asked me if I was taking care of myself, I would have told you this. Yes, I'm taking care of myself. I get a massage once a month. I work out. I'm athletic. I get my exercise in. I'm just having my best life right now. But I was working 7 days a week. And I recall having a physical with the doctor, and she told me, You are approaching burnout and you need to change your lifestyle. And I said, okay. And I walked out of that meeting with her. And I wish I could say that I listened to what she said. Nope. I walked out of that meeting thinking this lady is trying to stop me from being all that I can be. She's trying to stop me from living my best life. She was warning me that I could not continue to work 7 days a week and burn the way that I was burning and keep doing the things that I was doing at the capacity that I was doing. I was at a high capacity, 7 days a week, giving, pouring, and I loved it. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I learned. This is what I teach now. I teach students, in mindfulness, and I teach my clients in mindfulness. I teach how to really regulate your body and how to set yourself up for fulfillment so you don't hit that wall. I got a couple of things I want to share with you because if you're in healthcare, healthcare almost sets us up for burnout because it teaches us that the patient's needs come before us. It teaches us that, you know what, we need to do those extra shifts. And I was a people pleaser and I wanted to be a team player. So that meant if someone called off sick, I would see my patients and their patients and I would work, later and I would come in, all the things that we do. And then being in ministry at that particular time, it was a bad combo for me, okay? Especially when it came to taking care of myself first. Here are my things I want to share. Just because you love your career, you love what you're doing, you love your business, doesn't mean that you're not going to burn out. I had a mindset thinking that burnout really came from a place of doing something that you did not like, but burnout can come from doing something that you love and that you love so well and that you enjoy. But if you're not taking that time for yourself to decompress, if you're not taking that time for yourself to pull back, if you're not taking time for yourself to replenish, you will find yourself at burnout. You will find yourself working silently in a place of overwhelm that leads to what I call burnout. So, silent overwhelm is the precursor to burnout. So, just because you love it does not mean that your body is not saying stop. And that's number two. Your body gives signals. Listen to your body. Those headaches, backaches, tension, insomnia, you can't sleep at night, all of those things are signals that your body is saying, stop, I need you to rest. The way that our bodies are designed to be in a place of calm. But if we place our bodies in a place of fight or flight, if we place our neurological system in a constant place of fight or flight, our body will start giving us signals that something is not right. Chronic fatigue, brain fog. Have you ever been talking in mid sentence, you completely forget what you're saying? That's your body's way of saying stop. It's like the brain is just short firing. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like, okay, I don't even know how I'm going to get out of this because I am so overwhelmed. I put too much on my plate, and you get into a place of anxiety. And you're not a person that has anxiety, but you move into anxiety or panic attacks. Once again, this is your neurological system saying, stop, stop. So listen to your body. Your body will give signals, backaches, fatigue, all of those things will come up. Don't keep pushing, sis. I know as women, sometimes we will just push through and we'll say, I'm going to wait till the weekend, then I will take a rest. I'm going to wait until I get through this project. I'm going to wait until I get through this next XYZ. And then I'm going to take a rest. I'm going to take a vacation. Listen to me, listen to your body. Those heart palpitations, that's not just what you ate. It could be, but it also is your body crying to say, I need you to rest. And then lastly, you deserve to lead well. You deserve to lead well. That means you deserve to lead from a place of health and wholeness, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, I was loving my career, but I was actually leading from a place of depletion. I was leading and serving from a place of exhaustion. I was leading on fumes. But because I'm a high achiever, probably an overachiever, just like you that are listening, nobody knew that I was not feeling 100%. Nobody knew that I did not get adequate sleep the night before because I was up studying. No one knew that I was exhausted. And sometimes I was so tired. I was afraid that driving home, I would drive with the windows down to keep the air in so I wouldn't fall asleep because I was so exhausted. You deserve to lead well. Your team deserves to get the best of you. But more than that, listen, you deserve to get the best of you when you're leading. You deserve to enjoy it. And I'm going to be very honest and very transparent. In many of those situations when I was leading, I was so exhausted, I could not enjoy the journey. Wow. I was just going through the motions, getting from point A to point B, executing, and then moving to the next, because that's how I do it. Show up for the patient, give the patient what they need, execute what was needed and necessary, move to the next. Show up for the next patient, give them what they need, execute, and go to the next. I could not even enjoy the journey. I could not enjoy the moment. I knew nothing about mindfulness. I knew nothing about the beauty of being present. So when you lead well, you show up present, you show up in a place of mindfulness, or being mindful rather. You show up in a place of being connected, whether it's connected to your team or your client. You're connected because you're showing up authentically. I can be honest now as I get ready to close and say that I loved my career, but it was slowly killing me. It was causing me to show up as a totally different person because I was not showing up rested. This is why I teach what I teach. See, a rested leader is a powerful leader. They have clarity, they have confidence. Yes, they have the ability to have creativity because they are rested. Your career, as much as you love it, may be killing you slowly. Take an inventory and see. And if you need more assistance, reach out to me. Let's set up a time to talk and chat. This is Dr. Monique Flemings, and I am your leadership strategist and rest specialist. Because a rested leader, yeah, you're a powerful leader when you're rested.